Tinubu. Asiwaju Tinubu. I believe is Baba. Look at it now. Just look at it. Thank you. Okay. Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osibanjo. Professor, give him, please. Tinubu. He said he wants to sit down, please. Tinubu. Tinubu. Yeah, Tinubu. Senator Professor Ben Ayabi. Ben Ayabi. Rotimi Ameti. Bola Ahmed. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ben Ayabi. Engineer Umai. Rotimi Ameti. Yemi Osibanjo. Ameti BK. Rotimi Ameti. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rotimi Ameti. Yemi Osibanjo. Professor Osibanjo. Bola Tinubu. Ameti. Rotimi Ameti. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rotimi Ameti. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Ameti. TBK Ameti. Ameti Rotimi. Ameti. Asiwaju Tinubu. Rotimi Ameti. Tinubu Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Osibanjo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Amechi. Ahmed. Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Senator Ahmed. Professor Tibanjo. Ahmed Lawal.
Just wait. The MC now. Box number 22.
Sorry.
Okay, 7 Thanks. No. Yes.
Ibrahim Lawal. Amechi. Osibanjo. Tinubu.
All right, it's the APC presidential primary still going on, and of course, what you can see on the screen is the collection of the ballot. I have with me in the studio to, of course, talk about the issues that this primary, is raising or has raised. A professor. Professor Abuja Adeniyi of Mass Communication Department, Bayes University, Abuja. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. My pleasure.
And yes, we have a member of the APC Presidential Primary Planning Committee, Rinshola Abiola. Many thanks for joining us, ma'am.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so I'd like to begin with you. Looking at the primary so far, and as a member of the planning committee, how would you assess, the conduct of the primary, up to this point?
Well, I would say that so far it's been a largely history exercise. There was a lot of work that went into it. So many committees together. I'm in the media committee, for instance. We had different committees handling different aspects of the planning, and so far so good. It's been a history exercise. All our aspirants were able to speak to the delegates. The delegates assembled in good time. All the key officials were present. Voting has been concluded. Counting is ongoing. So I'm actually quite happy at how well we've been able to manage the situation so far.
All right, so she's on the field, and she says, everything is in order. Prof, watching from outside, of course, I'm sure you've been watching development.
Yeah.
So how would you assess the primary so far?
Well, I think it's been fine. It's more like an anti-class. It was going to be successful at all because the argument around consensus was very deafening. And we're thinking that quite a number of people might object to it, and if they object to it, of course, it might lead to a gale of litigation, etc., etc. But now it's been so far so good, very interesting. They've captured our imagination as citizens, and of course, that's what we expect of a big party, a huge party like APC, particularly after the success that PDP recorded in conducting their own presidential primary. So that APC is coasting home, getting to the end of their own primary. It's also gratifying. Two big parties, to join other parties. Then, of course, it speaks well of the movement of our democracy, and that's what we all wish for, so that we can continue to have a stable, sustainable democracy, and eventually a kind of democracy that will bring up leaders that will be concerned about, the people rather than itself, towards not just the liberation of the Nigerian people from the pangs of poverty, but for the growth and development of the country.
All right, so talking about development of the country and, of course, how democracy is playing a role. For me, I just watched, what's happening at the Eagle Square, and you can see the delegates are still there. It's over going to 24 hours now. Yes, and, they don't look like anything has happened. So, as a party member, what do you think is contributing to this fact that, delegates didn't want to go back, forget about, the counting process and all that. They are right there at Eagle Square, watching their vote and seeing how the process is going. What do you think is responsible for that?
If you recall in 2015 when the APC came to power, a key part of our message was for Nigerians to come out in record numbers, cast their votes, and ensure that their votes were counted in their presence to protect their votes. And I can assure you that it's the same ideology that we have as members of the party. Delegates are there not just to cast their vote, but to also see to it that their voices are heard, that the popular candidate emerges as a flag bearer of our party. And the presidential primary is the highlight of the electoral cycle in any political party. You made reference to the PDP primaries earlier, and now talking about ours. This is the largest party in Africa at this moment. We're the governing party. We've been here since 2015. This moment will actually decide how well we get to do and fair presidential primary. It is the will of the people, the will of the delegates. You talked about consensus earlier, and I believe the only consensus that I've been able to reach as party members. So delegates are there, we're passing a very strong message. It's not just about casting your vote. You actually have to see it through to ensure that what you've voted for is actually who is going to emerge. And we're all very committed to this process. We've all been there since yesterday, running around. A lot of us have barely gotten a wink of sleep. It is the commitment, it is the conviction, it is the passion, it is the love for our party and love for our country.
Love for party, love for country. That brings to you. Do you think that what is playing out now at the presidential primary will play out at the 2023 general election?
Well, that's going to be a different ball game. This is intra to the parties. The other one is inter-party, and it's going to be managed by a different umpire. The INEC, that is, the scale is bigger. But with the trajectory of INEC now, trying to introduce technology into the process, it might actually be better, because from the last couple of years, you discover that the quality of our election has been improving, thanks to in 2019, as the case could be. But this primary that we've seen for the PDP and the APC, we often talk about free, fair, and credible election. To what extent are they really fair? To what extent are they really credible? We take it as it is because it will lead to an end. It will lead to the emergence of a presidential flag bearer that they will present to INEC and to Nigerians, and we just vote. But the process, can hardly be said to be free, fair, and credible, because that the outcome largely, is decided even ahead of the voting and all of that, because people, have been talked to, people have been seen, people have been addressed, and of course, most of the time, there's a distance between the conscience of the people that the delegates represents, and the artificial affecting the consciences of the people. So to that extent, we can argue that it's not really free, fair, and credible. But be that as we just take it because we're still fledgling as a democracy, we're still growing, and of course, sometimes you can also argue that it is better to have it like that so that there will be peace at the end of the day. But going forward into the future, we need to realize that we're not there yet. Some things are still missing. The processes shouldn't be determined by resources, by the level of war chest that a candidate possesses. That shouldn't be the determiner. It should be about conscience, about the prospect, the promise that the candidate hold, and of course how well the candidates are able to sell themselves to the public. So oftentimes you just see that it is not the best candidate that wins. So that's a question mark on the inter-party process. That's something that we should be concerned about in the future.
All right, Rachel, I'm sure you listened to Prof. He said that it's not really possible to have a free, fair, and credible, process, whether be it presidential primary or be it the main election. That there are some interventions, that are, affecting the way that the votes are going, or whoever emerges at the end of the day. How would you want to react to that?
Well, I would say that Nigerians tend to believe that the only thing that matters when it comes to delegates is interventions, so to speak. But it actually goes well beyond that. Delegates, for one, are party stalwarts. In my state, for instance, I'm from Ogun, and delegates are people who have contributed a lot to the party, who believe strongly in the party. And I believe, there are certain criteria that had to be met in the delegate selection process across other states as well. So it goes well beyond those interventions. Like Prof said, there has to be a level of belief. At the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that we are members of the party. And the whole point of a political party is to serve the people. And you can't serve the people if you're not in power. So I think the major consideration for any delegate at any primary election is to select the candidate who is best positioned to win election for that party. That's the major consideration for delegates here. So when people talk about interventions, there's I've seen a lot of quotes about fair delegates are this, delegates are that. Delegates are party members, like me, like the president, like everybody else who's a member of the APC, and their major consideration
Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yes. Professor Yemi Osianjo. Rotimi Amechi. Next box, please.
Box number what? Any box. Yes. Box number 6. Yes. Box number 4.
Tinubu. Tinubu.
Box number 3.
Box number 3. Rotimi Amechi. Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
Box number 23.
It's your scissors. No, I know.
Asiwaju Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu Asiwaju. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Professor Yemi Osibajo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Professor Yoni Osibajo. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osibajo. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Osibajo. Amechi Rotimi. Tinubu. Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 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 Tinubu Asiwaju. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. 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 Tinubu Bola, Yemi Osibajo, Amechi Rotimi, Tinubu, Rotimi Amechi, Tinubu, Yaya Bello, Bola, Bola Tinubu, 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 Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu. Let's continue, please. Bola Tinubu. No, don't worry. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. 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 Ahmed Tinubu. 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 Asiwaju Tinubu. Asiwaju Tinubu. Osinbajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yaya Bello. Bola Tinubu. Yaya Bello. Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. 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 Bola Tinubu. Osibajo. Yaya Bello. Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Chubuke. Chubuke Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Amechi. Tinubu. 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 Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Chubuke Rotimi Amechi. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Amechi. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Bola. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Amechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed. Bola Ahmed. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Yahaya Bello. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is estate. Agents will help us look at it. To all the others, we agree it is what.
Boy.
This is void because we can't understand what is written. Void. No, where are the other voids, please? No, you can't be sitting there. You have to be out in the open. Or you give it to her, please. You have to be in the open. It has to be in the open, please.
Carry your job.
It has to be in the open. Let everybody see it. You can hand it over to her. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Sorry, please, please. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed. This is another void. Can you help us? It looks like Yemi. I think it will pass for Yemi, if you agree. Yemi? Okay, Yemi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Amechi. Amechi. Tinubu. Osibajo Yemi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan. Yeah. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Bola. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Senator Ahmed Lawan. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. 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 Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. 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 David Umahi. Bola Tinubu. Bola. Bola. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Osibajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Osibajo. Bola. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Next box.
Box number 31.
Pardon?
Not possible.
We have to pay the price. You can ask your partner.
Let's go.
Gentlemen, we are about starting box number 31. Box number 31. Yahya Bello. Amechi Rotimi. Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Chubike Rotimi Amechi. Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Tinubu. Ahmed. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. Tinubu. Yahya Bello. Bola Asiwaju Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yahya Bello. Yahya Bello. Yahya Bello. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Next box, please.
24. No. 24. Box number 24. No, don't worry. No, we can go early.
Ahmed Lawan. Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Osibajo Yemi. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. Yemi. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi. Bola Tinubu. Osibajo. Bola Ahmed. Amechi. Amechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Asiwaju Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Osibajo. Chubike Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmad Sani. Ahmad Sani. Ahmed Lawan. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Rotimi. Yemi Osinbajo. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Yahya Bello. Tinubu. Ahmed Lawan. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed. Rotimi Amechi. Chubuike Rotimi Amechi. Chubuike Amechi. Tinubu. Tinubu. Tinubu Bola Osajo. Tinubu. I think I'm not Muslim. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Amechi. Bola Alaji Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Osibajo. Bola Tinubu Asiwaju. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Yahya Bello. Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Yahya Bello. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Amechi. Tinubu. Tinubu. This is void. Agents, can you? No, let them look at it first. Confirm it is void. Void. Let them look at it. Let them look at it. So this is not readable, so it's void. Bola Tinubu. Alaji Tinubu. Tinubu Bola. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 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 Bola Tinubu. Yahaya Bello. Osibajo. Professor Yemi Osibajo. Amechi Rotimi. Ashiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. Ashiwaju Ahmed. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Amechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 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 Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu Bola. Bola Tinubu. So this, I think we call it void. It just said Ahmed. And we have 3 Ahmeds on the ballot. Yes, this is void. It just says Ahmed. So it's void. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ashwaju Bola Tinubu. Rotimi.
No, this one is the.
And this is Amechi. Show it to them. It's Amechi.
Yes.
Amechi Rotimi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ashiwaju.
Box number 33. Yes, let me get it.
Can I get something to drink, but not water? Anyone, not Coke, Fanta. I can manage a little bit more. So, 33, box 33.
Yes. One and goal after that.
Don't worry. When I'm tired, I'll let you. Okay, box number 33. 33. Oga, please. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Asiwaju. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 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 Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu.
Box number 32.
Asiwaju Tinubu. That's 33. We are now taking the next one. Box number 32. That's 32. Sorry, if you are not an agent, please, you are not allowed to stand there, please. The person standing there, please. Sir, can you please leave that area, please? Box number 32. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Yahaya Bello. Professor Osinbajo. Tinubu. Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. This looks like Yahaya Bello, but can you help me confirm? Looks like Yahaya Bello. No. Let them see, but I think it's Yahaya Bello. That's what he wants to. It looks like Yahaya Bello. It looks. Okay, we avoid it then. It's Yahaya Bello. Yahaya Bello. No, sir, please, please. No, it's not Yerima Bakura. We avoid it. If there's controversy, we avoid it. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. We'll avoid it because it's controversial. We avoid it. We're avoiding it. It's controversial. We avoid it, please. Void. Osinbajo. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan.
Box number 17.
No problem. No problem. You can. Box number 17. Box number 17. Box number 17. Gentlemen, we are about starting box number 17. Agent number 1. Agent number 1. We need your attention here. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ashiwaju Bola Tinubu. Chubuke Rotimi Amechi. Amechi Rotimi. Rotimi Amechi. Lawan Ahmed. Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu Bola. David Umahi. Rotimi Amechi. Sir, if you're going to make a call, you let your counterpart take over, please. We can't allow that, please. Tinubu Bola Ahmed. Yemi Osibajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Amechi Rotimi. Professor Osibajo. Professor Ben Ayade. Ashiwaju Tinubu. Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osibajo. Professor Yemi Osibajo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. 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 Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. David Umahi. David Umahi. David Umahi. David Umahi. David Umahi. Yemi Osibajo. This is Amechi, but he wrote it at the back. I think we can allow it. But he wrote Amechi. Agents, what's your opinion? Are we allowing it or are we voiding it? He wrote it at the back instead of at the front. We should allow it. He wrote Amechi at the back. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu Asiwaju. Amechi. Amechi Rotimi. Bola Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osibajo. We have another one, the same thing, Amechi at the back. Amechi Rotimi. Chubuke Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed, Rotimi Amechi, Professor Ben Ayade, Tinubu Bola Ahmed, Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Faleke, Bola Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Amechi Tinubu, Yemi Osibajo, Professor Yemi Osibajo, Rotimi Amechi, Professor Osibajo, Amechi, Ahmed Tinubu, Chubuke Rotimi Amechi, Bola Tinubu, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Rotimi Amechi, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu Ahmed, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Bola, Chubuke Amechi, Tinubu, Senator Lawan, Senator Ahmed Lawan, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Rotimi Amechi, Rotimi, says Bello Ahmad. That's void. But there's Ahmed again. Bello Ahmed. This is void. Show them. It's void. Ahmed Bello can't. It's void. Professor Yemi Osibajo, Ahmed Tinubu, Ahmed Lawan, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Lawan. Tinubu Bola Ahmed. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Yemi Osibajo. Senator Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Osibajo. Lawan. Senator Lawan. Tinubu Ahmed Bola. Asiwaju Tinubu. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Rotimi Amechi. Ahmed Lawan. Asiwaju Tinubu. Ahmed Lawan. Osibajo. Yemi Osibajo. Osibajo. Yemi Osibajo. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Senator Ahmed Lawan. Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Lawan Ahmed. Yemi Osibajo. Lawan Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Next box, please.
Box number 25.
Box number 25. Open, please. Box number 25. Osibajo. Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. 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 Osibajo. Yemi Osibajo. Gentlemen, this I think is void. And we confirm, please. No, let them all see it. Let everybody see it. It's void. This is void. You can't understand what it's writing. Osibajo. Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Ahmed Bola. Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sani Yerima. Professor Osibajo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Lawan. Tinubu. Osibajo. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Ahmed Tinubu. Chibukero Timi Amechi. Chibukero Timi Amechi. Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi. Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osibajo. Yemi Osibajo. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu Ahmed. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Osinbajo. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Osinbajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Tinubu Bola. Ahmed Tinubu. 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 Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Osinbajo Prof. Yemi Osinbajo. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Amechi. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola. Alhaji Yahya Bello. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Osibajo. Yemi Osibajo. Amechi. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu Ahmed. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Tinubu Bola. Bola Tinubu. Chubike Rotimi Amechi. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu Ahmed. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. 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 Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Asiwaju Tinubu. Amechi. Chubike Rotimi Amechi. Ahmed Tinubu Bola. Bola Tinubu. Bola. Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu Ashiwaju. Ashiwaju Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Chubuke Rotimi Amechi. Yahaya Bello. Rotimi Amechi. Chubuke Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Dr. Sanusi, come and take over.
Box 34.
This one. 34.
It's very late.
34.
30.
Okay, let's go. Go ahead. Hey, well done, Pa.
Hi.
Sanunku. Okay, they've changed. Okay, they switched. 34.
34.
So I just Tinubu, Rotimi. Okay. Tinubu, Yemi Osinbajo.
28. And box 28.
Box 28. Ahmed Tinubu, Amechi, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Asiwaju, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Amechi, Rotimi, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Chibuke Amechi, Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu,
It says Yami. I don't know if you want to take a look. That's fine.
Yemi.
Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. Chibike Amechi. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Tinubu Bola Asiwaju. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. GYB. That's Governor Yaya Bello. Rotimi Amechi. Asiwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osinbanjo. Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. Yemi Osinbanjo. Tinubu Asiwaju. Amechi. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Hamid Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. 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 Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmad. Bola Ahmad. Bola Tinubu. Yemi Osinbanjo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Professor Osinbanjo. Yemi Osinbanjo. Amechi. Governor Yaya Bello. Tinubu.
Box 19.
This is box 19.
Some are practically empty. Yes, some are practically empty.
Lawan.
That one.
Professor Yemi Osinbanjo. Lawan Ahmed. I just give him. Rotimi Amechi. Ahmed Lawan. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Lawal. Ahmed Lawal. Ahmed Lawal. Ahmed Lawal. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. SC Lawan.
SC Lawan.
Yes. Okay. Ahmed Lawan. Amechi Rotimi. Ahmed Lawan. Senator A. Lawan. Lawan. Professor Sibanja. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Lawan. Senator Ahmed Lawan. Senator Ahmed Lawan. Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osibanja. Amechi. Tinubu. Roti Amechi. Osibanja. Tinubu. Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Professor Yemi Osibanja. Chibuike Amechi. Amechi. Rotimi Amechi. Amechi. Ahmed Lawan. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu.
parties elect their candidates. Now we have an idea of how delegates emerge. Now we know that political parties are listening to the Nigerian people. They want to do things in a way that will not upset the people because they're now very conscious and mindful of maintaining their support base. In states across the federation. So, our democracy is growing and our electoral guidelines are growing along with them. And I just hope, from this point, it can really only get better.
Okay, only get better. That's what we're looking forward to in Nigeria. Of course, as the political parties will be presenting their stand bearers. Of course, tomorrow is the deadline. INEC has said that June 9th is the deadline for every political party to present their standard bearers for different positions, and other parties too, like the YP having the presidential primary today, and other parties have also gone ahead to decide who their standard bearers will be, all for the betterment of our country, Nigeria. At this point, I think we'll go back to the Eagle Square and then just also to follow what's happening there, and then we'll come back to the studio. Please stay tuned.
Tinubu Bola, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Ahmed.
Another box.
Box 29.
Box 29. 29.
Go ahead. Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Rotimi Chubike Amechi, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Yemi Osinbajo, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Rotimi Amechi, Bola Tinubu, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, Osinbajo, Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu,
Yaya Bello. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu. Professor Emil Sibajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Alhaji Yaya Bello. Tinubu. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Chibike Amechi. Yemi Sibajo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Box number 40. DJ, please. Box number 40 is empty. Confirm? Thank you. Box number 2. Kindly on sale. The box is empty. Which box number? Number 2. Box number 2, empty. This is box number 35. Please on sale. Yaya Bello. Bello Yaya. Bola Tinubu. 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 Yaya Bello. That's it for box 35. Box 15 on the way. Box 15. See.
Okay, I think that's good.
Sorting of ballots still in progress, and I'm sure that will still take some time because quite a number of boxes, and of course, as you know, over 2,000 delegates participated in that presidential primary election. At this point, I would join our correspondent, Timfayo Kafo, who has been at the Eagle Square and monitoring proceedings there. Ifeanyi.
Yeah, thank you. We're right here at the Eagle Square, and I have here with me to give us an insight into what's going on here. Honorable Chi Ezeduru is the Deputy National Organizing Secretary of the APC. Honorable, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, please, can you give us a feel of what has been happening so far?
Well, I mean, you could see that APC, as always, have always had a way of coming together, binding together, and rising to the occasion. We've organized free, transparent primaries to elect our presidential candidates. The campaign is just begun, and we believe, as we predicted yesterday, early hours of this morning, that before midday, but maybe it might spill to probably before 12 noon today, that the candidate of the party would be known officially. We could already see the trend. And what was also important, and I think is also good for our viewers to know, is that the candidates also put up a good show, which was very commendable of them. A number stepped down, and those who wanted to go to the field were given the opportunity to go to the field. And we are hoping that at the end of the day, that as the president have enjoined all of us, the unity of purpose for which our party is known, the party will come together and then begin to look at preparing for the main election gates, and the organizers and those party men who came together to put this through across the rank and file of the party. So, I mean, it's something that the APC, wherever they are, should be happy with what is going on here today.
Yeah, the president had earlier spoken to delegates and members of the party on the conduct of the process and what he expects of them. Now, what do you make out of what he has said so far?
A few takeaways from what Mr. President said. I mean, he spoke more on the unity, that parties should come together. He also spoke more that we should be more transparent, clear in the conduct of the exercise in such a way that even if we could not better the conduct of the exercise in 2014 as happened in Lagos, that standard was also maintained. And we also expect at the end of the day, the candidates, the aspirants that will be declared the official presidential candidate of the party will receive an official endorsement, not only of the party, but also of the aspirant and the candidate that run against the official candidate of the party. So I think that the injunction and admonition that was given to us by Mr. President have been largely kept. And as I said again, the delegates will have the delegates to thank for conducting themselves in a very peaceful manner.
What do you expect? How long do you think this process will take before the eventual outcomes are given to us?
Well, I think we can already predict a win, but we can also say that in another 1 hour or two, I would say it's already 12 noon. I thought by 12 noon this would have been over, but I believe that in the next 2 hours at the maximum, the counting would be concluded, and the exercise of determining who are the candidate of the APC will then fully commence, and an official result will be issued, and then the congratulatory messages will continue to pour in. I believe in the next 2 hours, the process will be over.
I must thank you, Honorable Duru. Thank you for your insights on this. Thank you. Yes, I have another guest here with me who will also fill us in with what's been happening and from his own perspective, what he has to say about the APC special convention holding here at the Square. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Professor Ben, observations have been so far as the process is gradually getting towards the climax.
My observation is that this has been a thriller in Abuja. And, the outcome is not unexpected. Members of this party who are used to feelings of party members knew all along that if it comes down to voting, it's only going to be one likely outcome, and that is the outcome that we're getting today.
They said rainy, I'll be rowing.
But you have come here with delegates from River State.
I think it's just take a look. If it's
yes, I'm from River State. My name is Marcus Abe, and I'm from River State. Yes. Yes, that's what I was saying. That anybody who is tuned in to the feelings of members of the APC across this country knew that if it came down to voting, there would only be one likely result, and that is the outcome we're seeing today. I would first of all like to give credit to President Muhammadu Buhari. He will go down in history as the first leader in the history of this country that was democratically elected and actually allowed his party and the party delegates to actually of their own free will choose his successor. This is the first time this is happening in this country, and I think that it is something that is significant and it should be celebrated by Nigerians.
It needs to be unanimous. If it's not unanimous, we reject it.
One
I don't want to
of the
admit anything that is controversial.
traditions of our democracy moving forward.
So if you're to advise the aspirants here on the outcome so far, what would you like to say to them?
What I would like to say to them is that this has been an incredible journey for everybody. These men have shown outstanding courage. They have also expended a lot of valuable resources in boosting the fortunes of this party. And I want to thank them for what they have done, not just for the party, but for Nigeria. I think everybody should be commended for what we have done here today and for what we have achieved here today. Moving forward, I believe that everybody can clearly see that this is what the delegates have said. This is what the delegates actually want, and this is what actually represents the feeling of the broad majority of our party men and women. And I believe that having contributed this much to the process, it is now time for us all to come together and do what Nigerians expect, which is to deliver the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Well, I don't know if any of my colleagues has any other input, but I guess we'll say thank you at this point, and we'll fill you in.
Incredible work you have done.
Thank you so much. We'll fill you in with every other thing that is happening here at the Eagle Square. Apparently, I have one of the aspirants here with me. You're welcome to the program. Now, we want to know your views about what has been going on here. Your observations so far.
I am so happy. It is obvious that definitely Nigeria is about to go to the highest wonderful level. Our children are about to have a greater, brighter future with this, our father that is coming in, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. So it's obvious. You see what will happen. We are going to finish all this. All the votes are coming to us.
Okay, looking at the women that are here, how satisfied are you the process that has been going on here since yesterday up till this point?
It is so transparent. This is the best kind of election I've ever seen. So I'm so impressed with the chairman of the party. I am so impressed with the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. So everything is cool. I love it.
I would like to know your advice to other aspirants who are here today. I know that this is one family. So what would you have to say to aspirants who are here who may be feeling disappointed or who may not have seen what they expect from the process?
We are family. I'm sure they will go and congratulate him. I'm telling you, we are family. But when we're doing all this politicking, people start seeing it as if we're enemies. We're not enemies. We all love ourselves. But everybody's struggling to win. But when you're not able to win, you have to be loyal to the one that has won. So that's how it's going to be.
I must thank you very much for your insight here today. We have been speaking to Uju Ohane. Of course, she's the only female aspirant here, and the entire process has been going on fine. And we're still waiting to see the outcomes of what is going to happen here. Well, thank you so much. And it's back to you in the studio for continuation of the National Convention here in Eagle Square.
All right, thanks Ifeanyi Okafor. Very brilliant conversations there. Of course, Uju Ohane actually stepped down for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, Richard, I'll quickly just take you up on this. It's safe to say at this point that we know where this is tilting to. Of course, yes, it's obvious already, and we can now begin to talk about who the standard bearer of the All Progressives Congress is for 2023. Can you just describe him briefly?
A Democrat through and through, in every sense of the word. Someone who stood and fought on the side of the people in the darkest moments of our history. Somebody who has raised many, who has supported many. A man who has nurtured many. Someone through whom many have passed and gone on to become great themselves. A mentor to many, a leader of men and women, a leader of leaders. A great man, in every sense of the word. A great man, every sense of the word, by every standard, by every possible criterion that greatness could be defined. And I cannot I'm trying really hard to be objective, but I'm actually really glad, especially considering the state of my region, the Southwest. We have an opposition state in the Southwest, Oyo. I'm very glad for our flag bearers in that state particularly, because with Asiwaju being the flag bearer of the APC, we can only expect, a total win for the APC. at the next election cycle in the Southwest especially. And, he also has a lot of support. This is somebody who has built bridges across Nigeria for the past, decades, over decades. This win, when that's why when the talk of incentives or whatever was where it came up earlier, this win is not something that just happened on whim. This is something that he's been building towards for a very long time. It's a lesson in tenacity, in planning ahead, in being strategic, in being very focused, in being committed. He went around the country engaging delegates. He didn't think it was too big to do that. He spoke with people, he engaged. We have a lot of people from up north, even really rallying. If you look around during his consultations, you'll find a good number of people from across Nigeria. So, yes, we want power to come to the south. This is a man who is totally detribalized, who has built bridges across Nigeria, a man who is acceptable to the generality of Nigerians. I am very happy, really, because I believe with this man flying our flag at the polls next year, it puts us in a very good position to actually clinch this and to retain, our hold on power and to deliver on dividends of democracy to our people, to build on, the gains we've made so far, to actually actualize this full progressive agenda. And I have no doubt whatsoever that Asiwaju, look at his track record when he was governor of Lagos, he put the right people in the right places, round pegs in round holes, square pegs and square holes. I have no doubt whatsoever that he'll be able to replicate this if elected as president of Nigeria.
Describe it with a huge smile on your face, like, so it means that I know where you have been all along. Okay, so talking about the man Tinubu, he calls himself unifier. Yes. What do you think is likely going to bring aboard if he gets the ticket as the standard bearer of the All Progressives Congress, and if he eventually wins as the president of Nigeria?
Competence. I made reference earlier to his time as governor of Lagos. He served 2 terms as governor of Lagos State at a time when Lagos was starved of resources from the federal government. And, if it wasn't in the news, nobody could have guessed, because there was no challenge with running the affairs of Lagos State. This is a man who was able to work magic while he was governor of Lagos, despite not having access to resources meant for the state during his tenure. And, he's a man, who has raised a lot of people. He's been very particular. If you look at Asiwaju's cabinet, as governor, very key people, very brilliant people. So, it just gives you an insight into how he's very likely going to handle the affairs of Nigeria. He will make sure that the people who are appointed in positions are people that can actually get the job done. And, he brought a lot of innovative ideas when he was governor of Lagos. The fact that we have a good tax framework, for instance, is down to Asiwaju's efforts as governor of Lagos State. Before him, it was really paltry what was being collected as tax in Lagos. But during his tenure, he set up a framework that actually saw that grow exponentially. And it is still in, it's still delivering stellar results in Lagos right now. Lagos is pretty much the best governed state in Nigeria. Lagos was a country would have about the 5th largest economy in Africa. So I think that's a testament to the leadership qualities of this man. So I'm actually quite confident that going into the campaign season, our candidate will be a sellable one, and that when we do win, we're not going to let Nigerians down, because he has a track record of delivering.
All right, track record of delivery, and you said he's not going to let Nigerians down. Yes. Do you think he would let some of his sons down? Okay, maybe I shouldn't use sons. Those he actually mentored, or those who he has been encouraging to take office. He's been supporting all through, especially those who tried to contest for this position with him. Do you really think he would still carry them along, or what's going to happen now?
As I said earlier, politics, a lot of it is about content building, horse trading. Before we went into the vote proper, a number of people sent down the card by me who are also held in very high esteem. Also, definitely worked with him. He made reference to working with him in the trenches, during the dark days of our history, trying to restore democracy. Senator Ibukunle Amosun, they've been allies for a while. Senator Amosun was an ACN governor in Ogun State, quite a number of people like that whom he's worked with at one point or the other. But the Asiwaju I know, that a number of us, that quite a number of people know, is somebody who is forgiving. And Asiwaju is somebody who likes to think ahead. And Asiwaju is someone who likes to, come to an agreement with his people. So, yes. stepped down before the voting began and pledged their support for him. That made me incredibly happy. But the thing with politics is this: yes, we can't all agree on the same thing all of the time. So how they manage differences, especially in other areas with other people, is really down to how they're able to mend fences after. But as a party member, as a student of politics, a young politician, I'm actually really looking forward to going into a campaign season, full-blown campaign season, with all of our leaders on the same page. And I'm really happy that we've held a free and fair primaries that would make that possible.
So we'll go back to the Eagle Square, and when we come back, we'll have another guest join us right here in the studio.
That's what I'm saying. And we are allowed to the same way. We need change it. We need change it. I am because this one I am working. No, what makes this ballot paper valid? Okay. Another box, please. It could even be a shoba. It could even be a shoba. Box 12 to be opened. Sometimes when they take dollars and they want to be their God, they write a different. Oshibanjo. Ahmed Lawan. Ahmed Tinubu. Next, verse 36. Open, verse 36. What you handle? Ballot Tinubu. Yaya Bello. Ballot Tinubu. Another box 39, please. 39. Let's have box 39. Box 39 to be opened now. Sealed. Not in touch. We have some. Ballot Tinubu. Tinubu. Yaya Bello. Ballot Tinubu. Box 30. Oshibajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Oshibajo. Bola Tinubu. PYO.
Will you accept it?
Yemi Oshibajo. Yemi Oshibajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Oshibajo. Oshibajo. Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Amechi Rotimi Chibuke. Amechi. Yemi. Should we accept it? Oh, okay. Yemi. Yemi. Okay. Amechi. Amechi. Just unseal it. Whether it's there.
That's where there's one. There's one.
Yes, sir. Bola up with box 14. Box 14 now. Box 14.
We have no problem.
You have no problem.
Process is very.
God bless you. Thank you. Ahmed Lawa. Rotimi Amechi. Yemi Oshibajo. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yemi Oshibajo. Ahmed Lawa. Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Lawa. Oshimbajo. Ahmed Lawa. Asiwaju. Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Box 11 now.
Madam, what is the work?
Rotimi Ahmed Bola Tinubu Bola Ahmed Tinubu Oshibajo Yes. Box 8. Sealed. Oshibajo. Ahmed Lawan. Tinubu. Yemi Oshibajo. Next box, please. Have to open it. Yes.
Just as box 27 is coming to you, please, we have a few announcements. We'd like to inform those of us on that stage, the VIP stage meant for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is making his way back to the auditorium now, to this arena. Would like that all of us please leave that stage. Thank you. You can continue.
Yes. Thank you. Please let's all see it.
Okay, wait a second.
Let them go. Let them go before the vote.
Please, those of you that are cleaners, events manager from the Lisa events, please, if your staff and aides are still around, you can please help us invite them to quickly clear the stage and offices. Yes, please, let's do that with some dispatch. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Please let's also go ahead. Please. Ahmed Tinubu Bola Tinubu Ahmed Bola Tinubu Ahmed Tinubu Yemi Oshiba Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu Bọ́lá Tinubu Rotimi Chibuike Amechi. Rotimi Amechi Oshibajo Bọ́lá Tinubu Aṣíwájú Ahmed Tinubu Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu Yahaya Bello Ahmed Tinubu Aṣíwájú Ahmed Bọ́lá Tinubu Ahmed Tinubu Ahmed Tinubu Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Tinubu Ahmed Tinubu Bọ́lá Tinubu Bola Tinubu, Yaya Bello, Yaya Bello, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu, Yaya Bello. Please be fast. Tinubu. Okay. Tinubu. Tinubu. Aṣíwájú. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Yaya Bello. Rotimi Amechi. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yaya Bello. Osinbajo. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Ahmed Tinubu. Bola. Stop the report.
We will be there till the end of this primary. Yes, we will be there. I would bring you live updates on APC presidential primary. Inshallah, thank you so much for your time and sharing your thoughts with us on this convention.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and of course, looking forward to having you some other time.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So I'm Ian Ray John. As I said, the live transmission of this presidential primary continues, and my colleague Musbao Dan Wahab will take up from here. So we'll join Eagle Square back, after which Musbao and another team of panelists.
Box number 26, please.
Next
Box number 26.
box 26.
No, 26. Ajira?
Box 26 sealed.
Hold on. Just hold on. Mr. President is arriving now, then we continue.
Okay, sir.
Let me go. Let me see. Let me
We need to halt the count of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. President Muhammad GCFR. DJ now, what we do? Hello. Announcing the arrival of His Excellency, the President, CFR. I'd like to crave your indulgence to please be upstanding and welcome the number one citizen of this great nation with a standing ovation. Baba Oyoyo, when a father has done well, he will be celebrated by his children. President Muhammadu Buhari, the giant of Africa. Can we be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen, your excellencies, as we make welcome the president. President Muhammadu Buhari waving at the people of Nigeria as well as the party faithfuls. As you like to call him. The president was here with us up until past midnight this morning, and he's back here to see the process being concluded successfully. Thank you very much. Ooh.
You may be seated. Would like to welcome back to the arena His Excellency, the President of the APC Special Convention, as we get for ourselves a standard flag bearer for the party. Please, after the announcements, we will continue with the voting. Announcement. The electoral committee, please, we can continue and please round off with speed. Thank you.
Box number 26. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is invalid. Invalid. It's invalid. Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Aṣíwájú Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Professor Yemi Osibajo. Bola Yemi Osibajo. Aṣíwájú Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Aṣíwájú Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Chibike Amechi. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. Tinubu Aṣíwájú. Chibike Rotimi Amechi. Tinubu Osibajo. Tinubu Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Amechi. Tinubu. Yemi Osibajo. Tinubu Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Bola Ahmed, Rotimi, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed, Tinubu, Asiwaju Tinubu, Bola Ahmed, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, Yemi Osinbajo. Asiwaju Osinbajo, Rotimi, Bola Ahmed, Bola Tinubu, Rotimi, Lawan Ahmed, Abu Tinubu, Bola Tinubu.
Of course, you know, you cannot beat the rich. You can trust us. We'll bring you